and welcome to Bard Shots. I'm Luke, and tonight I'm joined by Amelia for a very special duet of Lichcraft. Hi, Amelia. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
So we are continuing our Pride Month celebrations by playing Lichcraft. This is a game by 12 Pin Press, all about a trans person pursuing lichdom in order to get to the end of the healthcare waiting lists for gender-affirming care. Before we get into how the game works, I just want to highlight that we are fundraising across this month still for Mermaids. Mermaids is a UK-based charity supporting trans, non-binary and gender-diverse children, young people and their families since 1995. If you're able to, please give towards this amazing cause. We've already smashed our fundraising goal, but we're seeing how much we can sort of still get for this amazing charity. There'll be links in the chat and it's all over our social media. So if you're able to, you can donate some money or share the link so we can get more people to be very generous. But the game itself, so our lovely Amelia here is going to be playing a wannabe lich, attempting to find a spell, the components, and the ritual location to ascend. They have 3 stats: strength, sense, and spells. And we'll roll a number of d6 equal to their stats, taking the highest roll. On a 6, they'll succeed. On a 3 to 5 is a mixed success. And on a 1 to 2, they will fail in that particular action. So, if you are ready, we can begin.
Yeah?
Perfect. So, the year is 2069. The setting is in Great Britain. The Tories have been in power since 2010. Elections have long been abandoned since highly successful gerrymandering rendered them pointless. Due to the national health cuts, trans healthcare has become increasingly hard to access. The waiting list for a first appointment at a gender identity clinic is now 300 years. They don't want to outright refuse you. That would imply that the health system is over capacity and underfunded. Instead, they add you to the end of the list and wait for you to die. But they are fools, for you have learned the secrets of immortality, and you will get to the end of that waiting list, even if it means waiting another millennium. So, why don't we meet our character? Amelia, if you want to introduce the character that you have, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah. So, fun fact, as a trans person, I'm gonna kind of just play like whatever this version of myself is.
Lovely.
So, 35 years old, brown skin, clearly, I don't know about obviously, but features that, well, African American features, 6'3" or 4, it's debatable, and I'll say if it's been that many years ahead, they've got much longer locks than me, so probably like waist length locks that they keep sort of in some sort of dew. I don't fully know, and you can clearly tell that they've been receiving some form of gender care, but not to the extent that what they are on the waiting list for.
Absolutely, love it. So yeah, so through your journey so far on the waiting list, under this sort of regime that is going on, you have been tracking down and trying to find out a way to ascend to lichdom, to gain that immortality, to make it to the end of the waiting list, and to get the healthcare that you so desperately want and need. You have been able to track down the source of a spell, or a spell that you think will help you. You know it is in a museum. There is an ancient grimoire somewhere in there that you think is going to help you. Having been able to track that down, we will open with you at the museum itself. I will let you decide whether you've approached it in the day or you're trying to break in at night.
Daytime.
Sensible. Okay. In which case then, you're walking into this museum. There is a variety of items and books here. It will take you some time to work your way through it, but you can, I would say, with your link to the Weave, to Arcana, you are able to sense somewhere in here isn't the ancient grimoire that you need, but you're going to have to try and find it. I'll let you say how you might want to go about that.
Since I'm already linked to the Arcana,
Hmm.
I would just sort of maybe try to like like through like a magical ping, almost like a sonar
Hmm.
or a radar sense. If I let my um energy ripple out, feel where it might be encountering um
Hmm.
another source. So
Yeah.
where one wavelength might hit another one. Would that be a sense roll?
Yeah, absolutely. Please make me a sense roll.
All right. How many d6 is that?
So you have a 3 in sense, so you roll 3d6 and then just let us know the highest roll.
Yeah. Okay, the highest, so I don't
The
add them.
highest. No.
Well, that's a 6.
Hey, succeed. Okay. Great way to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, in which case then you send this energy rippling out. I'd say you probably get a couple of minor pings here and there, as some items in here would still have links to magic if we're in a world where magic exists. But you're getting this strong sense pulling you further in um, as you start to track your way towards it. Um, there is a library that seems to be fairly sort of private or cordoned off within this museum, a smaller space. Um, I'd say for now, looking around, there's no guards or anything. So you think you would be able to slip in and start looking for it in there more precisely, and you've got a pretty clear pinpoint of where it is.
Okay. Then that's what I'll do.
Perfect. As you walk
I
in,
will I will try to walk in
yeah,
looking as though I am supposed to be there though. Like I definitely
sure,
came like I came well dressed today, not
yes,
overdoing it, but I've got on at least like whatever the equivalent of like a shirt and tie.
love it. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So dress like you should be there, and I'll sort of carry over the success that you had with this. That you're able to slip in unnoticed
Mhm.
for now. As you're walking in, there are rows of sort of books just lining the sides of this sort of small room. But on the very end, you can see a fairly old-looking tome. That probably, with your sense, there's almost a faint aura around it. You get the sense is the book that you're looking for.
Okay. I will quietly approach the book. I'm not just
Mm,
gonna immediately crack it open or, you
sure.
know, like when I approach, is it closed? Is it open? Is it on a shelf? Is it out on a display? Uh,
It is on a shelf at the moment, so it's closed, but
okay.
sat there with some other books nestled by it. I'll say you probably
Okay.
get a faint magic aura from these other books as well.
Okay. I'm going to reach into my pockets, of the pocket of my jacket and put on some probably like riding gloves for like
Hmm.
motorcycles. I definitely
Yeah.
drove like a motorcycle or a moped of some kind
Nice.
here. And also you don't want to touch flesh to and this could be a very dangerous book, so skin contact is probably not the best idea out the
Yeah.
gate. So I will with that covered hand, or with both
Mm,
hands now covered, I will pull it from the shelf.
absolutely. Yeah. You pull it free, and as you are holding it in your hands, the books to the side start to fall off of the shelves. They almost seem to start to animate and start to try and snap at your legs as these fairly hungry, almost carnivorous-like books are starting to attack your ankles.
Mm. I will pull from one of my jacket pockets.
Sure.
Um, I assume you get. Yeah, no, I lived in Germany. You have jerky. I'll pull
Oh yeah,
from my
sure.
jacket pockets, like a bag of a fairly decent sized bag of jerky,
Yeah.
and just understand when I said jerky, even though I have only had them like a few times in my life, I
Mm.
immediately thought of the very American Slim Jim. And then
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait, no, there's so many other forms of jerky. You definitely have jerky. So yeah, I'll pull, the jerky out and start like
Sure.
distributing it. Um, you'll notice because all of these are like inside jacket pockets.
Mm,
Um, one pocket that I don't that like I almost reach in there by accident because it's right next to the jerky pocket. Probably not the best idea.
mm.
Is a pocket of Mars bars, which
Nice.
are the best thing to come from Europe that I've experienced. Not really, but one of the best.
Yeah.
Uh, and I go, oh, not those, and I just grab the jerky and start tossing that out to these books.
I love it. Yeah. That definitely gets a fair few of them away from you as they sort of almost like little dogs in some respects start sort of yapping at each other away, fighting over bits of jerky, pulling it away. I'd say you've probably got one or two still kind of around you, but most of them have gone away chasing the jerky off in the corner.
Okay. Am I safely able to pull the book out, or there's
Absolutely. Yeah.
still awesome?
No, you've got the book free. You've just got these things. The two left sort of snapping at you, but it's not doing much to you at the moment. Um, cool. But yeah, with the book there in your hands, what do you want to do? Do you want to read it, or are you taking it away?
Is there a so two questions. One,
Yeah.
um, is there a desk or a table somewhere I could sit and read this here?
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I'd say in the corner there's a small desk that you can find to sit and read peacefully by yourself in that room.
Okay. And on the other side of that,
Hmm.
is there an emergency exit if I were to try, or maybe not even emergency, but like,
Yeah.
an opening into a hallway that could eventually lead back to the main exit so that I came just the least criminal way that I could get out of this museum.
I'll tell you what. Give me another sense roll. So roll your three d
Okay.
six again and tell me the highest.
That's a 5.
5. Okay, mixed success. Um, I would say that on that sense roll, there's a secondary exit, sort of a door that leads out somewhere else that goes back to a corridor. Sort of, this room's like was on the corner, so you know that this door would have to lead into another corridor that would get you out somewhere. Um, I say you probably do know with a 5, I'll say the sort of consequence of this role is that these books that are still sort of around are making some noise, and you think you probably won't have much time before they're going to start to attract some attention. But you've got some time right now.
Okay. So I can either risk it and read
Mm,
this here, or I can
yeah,
risk it and get out of there.
yeah, basically.
Um, is there a way I could try to calm the books down? Like
Ooh.
I'm already feeding them, but is there a way I could sort of like get them to go back to sleep and put them back on the shelves, or
Potentially, you know that there is some magic link to them if you wanted to. You've got sort of innate magic within you, even if
Mhm.
you're not a full lich yet. If you
Yeah.
wanted to use a spell to kind of calm them down, that's entirely possible.
Okay, beautiful. I will take from one of my other pockets
Hmm.
a sort of like uh a powder, and this
Mm.
powder is a basis for not I have a variety of different little instruments and things to help in the process of casting.
Yeah.
Um and but this is sort of like an agent that I would use to help bring something to sleep.
Yeah. Love
So
it. Yeah.
take a and it's a small jar, so there's plenty of it, and I'll take like a pinch per book
Yeah.
and try to lull them to sleep to put them back on the shelf.
Perfect. Yeah. I'll tell you what, make me a spell roll. So that's a 2 for you, isn't it? So if you roll 2 die,
Yep,
let me know.
that's a 6 on the Abria.
Damn, hey.
Yeah,
Love that. That's so cool.
I
Yeah.
trust everything. I trust
Yeah.
these dice with everything.
So you should. So you should. Yeah, tell me what it looks like as you cast this spell and it sends the books to sleep.
So basically, I'll gather them up with some more jerky, all of the books that are sort of scuttling about, and then I take a pinch of this and I just I say something under my breath.
Yeah.
Um, I would say I probably speak in a foreign language of some
Hmm.
sort. Part of me thinks that yeah, we'll go ahead and go there. I speak some words in Yoruba, a language that I, the
Hmm.
real person, don't speak.
Hmm.
Apologies, my people. Um, or you know, and I blow on this powder and it goes out and it gets on these books, and wherever like the makeshift
Hmm.
eyes of these books are,
Yeah.
or the mouths or the nostrils, you just sort of see that start to quiet and they just move a little bit less. And then
Yeah.
I place my still gloved hands on them and very like try to like give them a soothing rub, and then as each of them is soothed to sleep, I put them back on the shelves.
Ah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you are able to soothe them down. If books could snore, they would as you put them back onto the shelves
Hopefully they
neatly
snore
away.
quietly.
Yeah, very, very, very quietly. Like just the turning of a page, a rippling of a page.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they are contended with. So you have some time now to read through the book if you wish.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna go to that desk. Uh, or better yet, I'm gonna go into, I'm gonna go like in between some of the bookshelves, like maybe where
Yeah.
the like, and just sort of sit down. I'm gonna very intentionally sit in a corner, uh,
Hmm.
among the shelves, and just sort of like sit down and start reading. Um, the plan is that if anybody does come in and they say like, "Oh, this is a gated area," uh, then I will say that, you know, I started to feel overwhelmed and I just
Yeah.
needed to step away for a second. And
Nice.
then nothing calms me quite like a book. So apologies, but I just grabbed a book off the shelf and started reading it. I don't know that there's a secret to Lichdom in here.
Who would know that? Who would want that? No, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, you have the time to read through it. Um, as you do, and as you're flicking through the pages, you will find the one that you are looking for. A fairly ancient-looking spell, um, noted in this with some sort of scribbles around it. It looks like this was somebody's at some point that annotated it, made more notes of how to go about the spell. As you're looking at it and looking at the components that you need for this, you think with the various sort of powders and tinctures that you already sort of have and use in your spellcasting, you've got a lot of what you need. The one thing that you do need are some dinosaur bones.
Hmm.
You can see annotated to the side, there's something that just notes bank question mark. Um, Looking further down as well, it gives you the guide of how you would go about this, how would you use the bones into this ritual. And you can see a drawing down the bottom end that looks exactly like Stonehenge, hinting that this would be a place of immense power. I mean, it's a place of immense power from sort of druidic times, and that this would be a natural place that you could do this ritual and it potentially work, at least as long as this person thinks.
Okay. Question that's a little out
Mm,
of the box here.
sure.
This is a book of spell. Is this a book dedicated to one spell, or are there multiple spells in this book?
I'd say there'd be multiple spells in it if it's a grimoire, so all sorts of different bits and pieces. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to look for a shape-shifting spell.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll tell you what, give me a spells roll. So if you roll 2d6 again, and we'll
Mhm.
see if you find.
That's another 6.
Hey, hey, right. It's Pride
Different
Month after
dice.
all. Hey, nice. Yeah, on a 6, then you're flicking through, and you find very quickly a shape-shifting base spell. I'll say on a 6, looking through what you need for it, you have everything that you would require. And so if you wish to shapeshift yourself, you think you'd be able to pull off the spell fairly easily.
Okay. Does it say how long the shapeshift would last for, or is it just like
Hmm.
until you undo it?
I'll say until you undo it on a 6. You could stay in it for a fair amount of time.
Okay, so theoretically, or
Mm.
practically, however you would phrase this, does until dispelled mean that if I do this shapeshifting and I never dispel it, it will simply last?
I suppose that is the rod I've made for my own back. Yes, it would. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Until you consciously dispel it, you would stay in this form.
okay. I would want to perform this spell as
Hmm.
soon as possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Not while I'm here per
Okay.
se. So what I want to do is for the
Hmm.
Lich spell, I'm gonna take out my phone. Do we still
Yeah.
have phones or?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. You would have
Okay,
a way to take a photo if you want to. Yeah.
okay. Tucked away. Yeah, tucked away. I will take out my phone and commit a small museum sin, but it's okay because this is fantasy and because I'm by myself in a secluded area. Take a little bit of flash photography on not just I want to basically I will and we can mechanic this out as well. I want to take a flash photo of every single spell in this book because this is clearly a very powerful grimoire. So if I don't use like sure I only
Mm.
need these two spells right now, but who knows what I
Yeah.
might need later in life. Um
Sure.
and rather than carrying around an infamous book that could get me in trouble, I just have these things on my phone.
Mm.
Eventually I'll go home and turn it into whatever the time appropriate version of a PDF is. So
Yeah.
you know
I will allow you to do that. You succeeded a couple of times in this space on a 6. So yeah,
Beautiful.
you are able to spend a few moments flicking through and photographing the various spells in
All
this
right.
book.
And then I will put the book back,
Hmm.
having successfully gotten all of the information I need from it.
Yeah.
Um, tuck my phone, make sure my jacket is well positioned,
Yeah.
remove my gloves, just so
Yeah.
that there's no like excess powder anywhere. Put those back in my jacket, and then I will leave the museum for the day.
Absolutely, yeah. You are able to slide your way out of this space fairly easily and leave the museum unimpeded. No one is paying you much mind.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go after the museum?
Home.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can make your way home. Absolutely. You make your way back. Is there anything you are doing while you're at home?
Well, so I think that I live with uh I think that I am the third in
Mm-hmm.
sort of a relationship.
Nice. Yeah.
Um both of my beautiful lady partners are out. I'll say that one of them, you know what, we'll make this a perfect fantasy. One of them is a music artist and the other one is a painter, and
Oh,
they're both out. They both have things going on tonight, so
love it.
now is the perfect time to do this.
Yeah,
I am going to go home. I'm going to cook a dinner for them to come home to.
love it.
uh nice, as fresh a kettle of tea as I can,
Yeah,
um things of that nature. And then I'll set out uh I'll set out like a slice of pie for each of us.
love it.
uh just a very beautiful picturesque dinner. And
Yeah.
then I'm going to write them a note, but I'm not going to say what the note says, and I'm going to
Okay.
put the note I'm gonna wait, and if the first spell I want to cast works, then I'll put the note on the front door.
Okay.
Um, and then I'm going to go to my private room where I do my magic.
Love it.
The one room in the flat where I tell them like, "Hey, don't go in here."
Yeah. Yeah.
They know that I do magic, so it's
Yeah.
not a secret that I'm keeping.
No.
I explained that it's connected to our heritage and our history because both of my artist partners are also black.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, it's not from here, it's from back home.
Yeah.
It's safer, it's based in roots, it's based in our blood.
Yeah.
I'm not Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hiding
No.
this,
No.
though.
No. No.
Though granted, all Hyde was in the beginning was a guy who wanted to enjoy drag, so he really
True.
wasn't all that
Yeah.
bad.
True,
Um,
absolutely.
you know, um, God, Victorians were so delicate about everything.
I know, honestly. Yeah, I know.
Create creating a whole genre just based off the simplest things and calling it horrors and and removal of inhibitions.
I know.
Um, I do have because I think it'd be funny.
Mhm.
You've put me in Europe and you've given me narrative control. I just want to point
I am
that
giving you
out.
narrative control. Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, that there is framed on the wall and not covered up because I'm not him, so I don't have to worry about it. I have the portrait of Dorian Gray
Love
uh
it. Love it.
as a
Yeah,
collector's
absolutely.
item.
That's
Um
funny. Absolutely.
a-
Yeah, 100%.
and standing in front of a full length mirror, I take the time to sort of, I'm not an artist, but I know how to do a little bit. And
Yeah.
I do like I have gone into my computer and I have photoshopped an image of myself into like, this is my ideal
Mm.
self.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I wanted to ask, just how thorough would this shapeshifting go?
What what do you want to shapeshift into? And then we'll see what the dice decide of how thorough it will be.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Mm.
Okay. I'm thinking a like, on the outward side, I'm trans.
Yeah.
So if I can give myself through this shape-shifting spell the gender affirming care that I feel I need,
Mm.
then that would
Mm-hmm.
resolve that for the most part.
Yeah.
Um, but then on the other side of things, if I also think that some of my, as a as a assigned male at birth person, some of those
Yeah.
biological benefits I
Yeah.
would want to hold on to. So for
Okay.
example,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to change my reproductive systems or
Okay. Yeah.
anything, but
Yeah.
I am, it's very much like a, it's very much like a, I would want to change the outside
Yeah.
in multiple ways, but as far as the organs and all those things,
Mm.
keep those the same. I'm not trying to accidentally, remove
Yeah.
something important.
Yeah.
Um,
Valid. Valid. Very valid. Hmm.
and
Uh
also, who knows? We may want to have a family someday, and
yeah.
I'm the only biological. If we want to do it biologically,
Yeah.
I've got the biological, and for that
Yes.
goes with what they have. So
Yeah, fair. No, valid.
there are other options out there, but
100%. Yeah.
just in
Everything's
case
valid.
that's what we want to do. Keep
Yeah.
all the options open. So
Yeah.
then I guess I am altering my body in a very like, I want to give myself the shape. I want to give
Yeah.
myself breasts. Um, my hair and things I'm probably not changing, and if I
Yeah.
do, I'm not going as deep as to change them with magic. I could go to
Yeah.
a salon for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but a little bit of facial feminization,
Mm-hmm.
maybe through this magic, certain places or like places where body hair or facial hair grow, it's
Yeah.
like, well, that's not happening now.
Yeah.
So just like not surface level, but
Mm.
like just below the surface, I'd say.
Yeah. I understand you completely. Um
Didn't expect me to sideline
I unraveled my
sideline the
story in five
waiting
minutes ago. Yeah,
list.
no, hey, it's very valid. I gave you the
Listen,
spell.
if you can become Sauron, you can become
Yeah,
a woman.
100%, 100%, 100. Agree with you.
It's just the truth of magic. If I can do one, I can probably
Yeah,
do the other a lot easier. I'm sorry.
100%.
I'm pretty sure gender affirming magic is a lot easier and less punishing on the soul in comparison to lichdom.
It's very, very valid. Yeah, no, hey, I'm here for it. Yeah, I would say that in theory, you would be able to do that. You would be able to shape the spell to what you want it to be. It will just be a roll to see whether it would come off or not.
Okay.
So 6 to fully succeed. On a mixed success, I'm not going to take away like reproductive organs and stuff like that if it goes slightly
Right,
awry,
of
but I'll just
course.
say it's not quite what you want
Yeah.
if it's on a mixed success. So yeah, if you roll me a spells roll, so 2 dice, And we'll see what you get.
I would like to argue that this could be. No, it's 2 dice. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens here. Come on.
Come on. I'm just looking for a 6.
One of them went outside the tray, so I'm gonna re-roll that one if
Okay,
that's
sure.
okay.
Absolutely.
I didn't even look at what it was. I just knew it didn't land in the tray.
Yeah.
All right. So, that's cocked. All right. No, it's not a 6. It's not a 6. It's a 3. The highest I got is a 3.
In which case, then, I'll say that that you start to enact the spell. There'll be one. You tell me which one part you're concentrating on the most. So, sort of, what is the ideal thing that you would want out of it, out of all of the bits that you're sort of trying to sort of shape and change slightly?
I think I'm really trying to give myself proper breasts.
Yeah.
Coming from someone who has them through HRT, I'm so dissatisfied with what I have. So I think magic me would definitely be like, all right, the thing that the estrogen gave us, let's see if we can make that better.
I'll say that, in which case then, as you're concentrating so hard on that aspect in particular, as the spell takes form, you are able to, you sort of look down and you see that you have sort of pair of breasts that you want out of this. You're able to shape them from you. But sort of looking in a mirror, some of the sort of facial feminization and the other aspects haven't worked in the same way. So you've had you've given yourself the sort of top surgery aspect of it, but the other bits you haven't. Yeah.
Okay, so I look at myself. I'm fully naked, by the way, looking in this full-length mirror.
Yeah.
And I just go, I guess I should take it one step at a time. You can't exactly. I mean, I look better now than I did before I did the spell. And I am going to.
Oh, it's frozen.
Spell. Unless you're going to allow me to attempt it again right away, I would set that aside as like a thing to do every morning.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. And then actually what I would like to do, if you'll allow, is well, no, that's fine. I'm gonna like I'll take out a I'll take out a sheet of paper and attach it to the mirror and go like, Monday do this part, Tuesday this part. It's a full each day of this coming week I'm going to alter these parts. And then I'm going to do, this is so ridiculous. I'm going to book a flight that I do not plan on taking. I'm gonna book myself a round trip flight that I don't plan on taking to a very good plastic surgeon somewhere outside of the UK. Just so that when I suddenly look different, I can go, oh well, I went here, and if I'm being investigated, then at the very least I'll be like, oh yeah, we saw on your credit card or whatever the equivalent is, we saw a trip.
Yes.
You don't have to check airport security video to see if I actually went on that trip.
No.
And who knows? I booked it. I booked it for next week, and maybe not just myself. So maybe I'll take the trip. Maybe me and my partners will take the trip. I just won't go see that doctor.
Yeah.
So
fair.
Then I'll pull out all my frumpiest boy clothes so that like for the next week or two I'm rocking hoodies. I'm hiding the breast. I already had breasts, they just weren't great. So now I'm just wearing whatever I need to hide that I now have good breasts.
Sure.
And personally, this sort of means that I'm getting all my gender affirming care in a week rather than waiting 300 years. But in the spirit of this game, and because I have time, I will I want to look over the photos I took
Yeah.
and see, um is there any historical evidence or evidence in the book of what becoming a lich will do to me? Because in the traditional
Hmm.
sense, becoming a lich
Yeah.
is removing one's soul
Yes.
and becoming undead or something
Yeah.
like that. And I just want to see if it's the same in this
Mm.
way of doing things.
I would say looking through and spending some time sort of looking through it, um, you, I think you'd know that if it went wrong, that there would be a way that it might take part of your soul, or that um, there may be things that you sacrifice in order to make it right. That is a possibility. But if you've got the spell that you need, the components you need, and you do it in the right place, that you can do it without sacrificing your soul. You wouldn't necessarily become undead. You would just be an immortal version of yourself. So you would look
Okay.
how you wanted to look and stuff like that. It's not like you'd go sort of full Vecna and suddenly be like
Okay,
that
cool.
kind of decrepit old thing. But I'd say you probably, yeah, you would still be able to live a life and retain your life. You know that obviously, as with anything where you would be in a sort of long-term thing like that, where you're immortal, that you may get questioned here and there, so you might have to move around occasionally just to sort of reinvent yourself somewhere else. But
Yeah.
on the whole, the benefit is the immortality.
I sit there for a second and obviously we have to go to Stonehenge. How far are we from Stonehenge? I don't
Hmm.
know.
I would say Luke trying to remember geography of the UK that he lives in. I'll say where you are, you're probably about an hour away. So an
Okay.
hour's journey.
Okay. So assuming it's probably getting later in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
I don't put that note on the door because it
Yeah.
didn't fully work.
Yes.
Um, but I do show off my new assets to my partners,
Perfect.
and um, to make things a little awkward for you because it's fun, we're having dinner. It's
Yeah.
me and my lovely painter girlfriend and my lovely musician girlfriend,
Yeah.
and I present them with what I have found, and I show them
Okay.
that over the course of the next 7 days, I could turn myself into the
Mm.
physical ideal that I want.
Yeah.
That I understand, like that, like, you know, we we debate like the different sort of like, okay, is this feature something that you would do magically, which it's not, it
Mm.
didn't harm you, you feel fine,
Yeah.
versus what you could do non-magically. Like
Mm.
I'm not giving myself like magical tattoos. I'd rather go see an actual
Yeah.
tattoo artist for that,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
or like have my painter girlfriend draw something on me and then use magic to make it permanent. I don't know. There are
Yes. Yeah.
different ways to do it. Um, but what I would do is, once those debates are over, or once that sort of conversation of
Mm.
development is over, I would go to them and I'll say, if I go to Stonehenge tomorrow, I can undergo a ritual that will change me. Um, it will make me, if done right, it will make me immortal. Now, I don't want to live forever. The immortality is not the important part,
Mm.
but it will also make me more capable magically. And if I am more capable, then perhaps I would be able to do the sort of spell that I've just done and other spells like that with a 100% success rate far more often, and I'd be around forever. I could sort of become a trans fairy godmother. No more expensive plastic surgeries, no more uh, waiting lists for anyone who needs gender affirming care. I just, you just come see me. And I may charge a little bit of something, obviously, just to if I'm leaving the country or something. But if you're local and I can take a cab to you, then I'll just charge you the cab fare, and then everyone can live as their ideal selves, and all I have to do is show up and do it. And I could do that for so many people. But I mean, we've all read fiction books. We all play tabletop games together. We all have ideas of what a lich is
Hmm.
like. What do we? You two are my partners. What do you think?
Okay. I'd say your painter partner. Have you got a name that you would either their
Nope,
name or a chosen name? Okay.
nope.
Let's go with your partner Alana. Sort of the painter
You
would
know what?
say. Hmm?
I just thought of two names
Oh, go
just
for it.
for
Yeah,
the
we could do that
fun
then.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
giggles. Just for the fun and giggles. The musician, and you know what? We'll even go this far. The painter is Billy, and she just looks like Billy from Doctor Who.
Nice, nice.
And
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
singer is River from Doctor Who. There
Love
we
it.
go.
Love
I've
it.
got two
Perfect.
companions from Doctor Who as my life partners.
Perfect. Love it. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, it's 2069. That can happen. Okay, so yeah, River will turn to you then, and we'll say, I mean, as long as you're happy, that's the main thing. If this is something you want to do, I mean, it's great to do this for so many other people, and you could give a lot of people a great life, but it's just got to be something you want to do. Um,
Yeah, but if I mess up and I get a weird undeath face, I mean, I'm sure I might be able to hide it with the shapeshifting magic. But I mean, it, you get if it doesn't go right and I end up funny looking, are y'all still is this gonna change our relationship at all? I know that we love each other, but if I'm gross, like if the gray skin and you've
mm-hmm.
all seen the different art, and now that we
Yeah,
know lichdom is actually possible, I mean, would it be it I think it'd be safe to assume that somebody actually saw one, and maybe those fantasy drawings are kind of
yeah.
legitimate in some way. I don't know. Do you want to make out with someone who looks like that? Can you cuddle with someone who looks like that?
Look, we love you for you. If you end up looking like Vecna on a bad day, fine. We can put that. We can make it work. Don't worry
All
about
right.
that.
All right. All right. And hopefully the shapeshifting will, because the last thing I need is one of you having a nightmare and then waking up and then looking to your left and seeing and seeing a horror face looking at you.
Hey, it'll give me more inspiration to paint with. Don't worry.
I guess. All right. I'm gonna go for it. Tomorrow, and
Okay.
the three of us will go to bed.
Yeah.
I am the little spoon for both of them.
Love it. Love it. Perfect. Yeah, yeah.
Listen,
You will get to bed.
a, a person can dream, and you've put me in a real world setting, so I'm
I
like,
have.
this.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna dream. I am the little spoon for two people.
Love it. Absolutely. Yeah. In which case, then, yeah, you spend your evening together, have your rest, get up the next morning. So you know that you have to go and get your dinosaur bones, and then head off to Stonehenge. So, yeah.
Yeah. Um. d- Now I'm going to ask this
Sure.
with the adage that while I have not been to the UK,
Yeah.
I did live in Germany for 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I know that there are weird shops where you can get stuff that
Oh.
that you go, how is this place still in
Yeah.
business? And
Yeah.
I need you to remember that I know this.
Of course. Yeah.
I
So
don't think I'd have to rob a museum to get a dinosaur bone.
probably not. No. To be fair.
There's enough
No.
oddities out there, even
Yeah.
if it's not in person, even if I have to like
Yeah.
scour the internet for it or black market it somewhere, I know it's a thing.
Sure,
So, do I
absolutely.
need to roll something to acquire?
Give
Let's go for
go on.
um. You know what? I know that scientists say that we don't actually have the bones of a triceratops to prove that they were
Mm,
what that we didn't mistake that for something else. But let's
yeah,
go ahead and say that in this fictional world, triceratops do exist, and what I want is a triceratops skull.
sure, absolutely.
Or
Okay. Go on.
because who knows? I don't know if a femur will do the trick, but maybe a skull will. That's the
Sure.
it's the
Give me a
severity of the ingredient.
Yeah, that's absolutely valid, and it was only distinguished as dinosaur bones. So yeah, I think you probably say that you think a skull could get it done. Um,
Okay.
Give me I'll make it a sense roll to kind of track your way
Okay.
across either the internet or shops to find. Probably the internet if we're going for a skull, but yeah,
I mean, if I'm into the weird magic shit, and my
yeah,
girlfriends are artists, so they're clearly weird, and they're into me, which means they're definitely weird. There's there's at least there's at least 5 shops that sell weird shit that are
yeah,
also into witchcraft that
yeah,
know me
that
personally.
yeah,
So,
sense roll then.
that's a 6.
Of course it is. Um,
Yeah,
absolutely. Gorgeous. In which
this
case,
is
then,
lucky because the other ones were a 3 and a 1.
in which case, then, yeah, we'll say in one of the shops that you frequent the most to get various items and bits and pieces to help you with your magic. That yeah, you know if anybody, this shop would have a Triceratops skull that you could
Nice.
take and would be plausible
Uh,
enough to get to Stonehenge.
Nice. This is one of those shops where you go where like the proprietor will read tarot and it's a little bit more
Yes.
accurate than normal.
Yes.
Um if you want one of her sort of like gotcha items is like I'll put a hex on your X for you, but
Nice.
they've
Yeah.
she's had to slow that down a little bit because as the times have gotten harder, the ideal punishments for bad partners has gotten harder.
Yeah.
And she's like, there's a difference between inconveniencing someone's day and outright murdering them. So she doesn't offer those as much, but that was like a really big thing when it
Yeah.
first started. She's probably in her like mid 50s at this point, but
Yeah.
all the glory and beauty that could come with time rather than like
Oh,
the
yes. Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll walk in and it smells like, floral arrangements and all the things.
Yeah. Little
Um,
undertone of sage where she has sage has
yeah,
shot many times.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And just I don't know how I would assume that unfortunately I'm not getting out of here with an adult Triceratops skull because that would be probably as big as me or half my
Yes.
size.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so it's got to be something that's at least carryable.
Yeah.
Um, but for the sake of it, we'll say that rather than taking a cab, in this world, I can't drive, but one of my partners can,
Yeah.
and we get the skull into the back of the van, unless you wanted there to be more to this.
No, that's absolutely fine to me. Yeah, you rolled completely a 6. I like the way we've got about this instead. So yeah, you are able to go there. She would definitely be a little bit like a bit different from what I normally give you, but sure, okay, I'll see what I've got, and then we produce a sort of
Yeah,
smaller size skull
yeah.
that you are
I,
able to take and carry over.
all right,
Hell yeah,
so we'll make our way to Stonehenge. Is there
sure.
anything we need to do on the way there?
No, you would be able to journey into there. Fairly easy. You know the way from where you're going. So over the course of sort of 40 minutes, you will get there. Um,
Okay.
as you're driving towards Stonehenge, and we'll say by this point in time, it's no longer like, well, it still is a historic site, but it's not got like the whole like national park-esque vibe to sort of take your
Well,
sort of
I was also
right.
thinking I was also thinking that it could be a lovely winter time, and I'm
Yeah,
familiar with a European winter.
yeah,
So not a lot of people visit Stonehenge when it's
yeah.
covered in snow. I,
No.
I think
Um, yeah.
I think if I go like I'll try to base it around like a solstice or an
Yeah. Yeah,
equinox.
perfect.
There sure is some, but it's still like snowy out, so not a lot of
Yeah.
people are, and I'll yeah, that way there's less of an audience.
Yeah, absolutely valid. Yeah. So yeah, winter solstice we can go with. Yeah, you make your way there. Um, by this point in time, 2069, the UK would have sold off so much land, so there would probably be like a lot of housing estates up to almost up to Stonehenge. It's
Oh my
happening now.
god.
But so
Stonehenge
you
surrounded by a bunch of duplexes. Oh,
basically, yeah, yeah,
what
buildings
fresh
all
hell
over.
is that?
Hey, um, So I'd say as you're getting there and as you're sort of driving up to it, there's a couple of sort of curtains that sort of twitch as you go through, which is very common in the UK anyway. But you're able to make your way to Stonehenge. But there's definitely a few people that have just acknowledged that you're not from here and are sort of looking. But it doesn't mean you can't go ahead with what you're doing.
Yeah. So I will have studied like different elements of Stonehenge
Yeah,
before actually showing up.
yeah,
The plan is to set the fossil right at the center of Stonehenge,
perfect.
and I'll like to make one addendum. I did
Please do.
not I did not bring my partner for this. I
Okay, yeah,
brought a magically enthusiastic friend.
sure, yeah, for sure. I love that. Yeah,
Did not bring either of my partners for this. I brought a magical enthusiastic buddy. Um so we put it exactly in the center, and
mm,
then we proceed to get everything else arranged for this ritual. Um
perfect. Yeah, I'd say you are able to do so. You have the spell on your phone, so you are able to do so.
I've written
Modern,
it out since then.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
just on
valid,
my phone.
valid. All right. Modern witchcraft. Um,
Yeah.
um, to start enacting the ritual, if you give me a spells roll,
Okay.
I'll let you roll 3 die for this, just because you've got the advantage of everything that you've got. And
Oh,
you've
nice.
studied it. I'm
I
a
also
benevolent
will
god.
say that
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I also will say that I told my magic friend to go outside of the circle of Stonehenge
Yes.
and
Yeah.
not stay inside it. I watched Full Metal Alchemist. I'm like, listen, I'm not saying alchemy and magic are the same. I'm saying I don't want you too close.
Yeah, they're like, understood, and back away.
I'm like, last thing I need is to become immortal, which really just means both our lifespans are now in my body, including your brain. And then I look over and there's
Yeah,
a pile of clothes where you were.
100%. Yeah, they back off back towards the car, which isn't massively far away, but far enough away. What did you get?
I got a 5 and 2 6s.
Nice. Okay. You start to enact this ritual. It's almost like you've known this spell your entire life, as it just comes to you in your mind as you start to speak the words, and the magic starts to coalesce. I'll say at the same time, you start to see a couple of police cars coming towards your friends and where they are. It looks like the locals have called the police. But as you are beginning to enact the ritual, if you roll me another d6, this will be what the ritual effect. So there is a roll table that sees what happens as the ritual starts to begin.
Okay, so just 1d6 this time.
Just 1d6 for this. This is just to see what goes on.
All right. 4.
4. Okay. The ritual, from this skull in particular, there is a burst of energy out. It is bright and makes a loud noise that echoes across this estate that has now been made. The police are completely drawn to what this is now, as opposed to the friend that's by the car, and are starting to walk towards quite hurriedly where you are, to see what's going on. But you are still in the effects of the ritual. You can see them coming towards you. Is there anything you do as they're approaching?
I would try to remind me, because I live in a different place.
Yes, valid, yeah.
Do cops in the UK carry pistols? I don't think they do.
They don't normally. The most we have is stun guns. Obviously, in 2069 things might be different, but we'll just say it's stun guns if nothing else.
Okay. I mean, you could have been like, it's 2069 and it's a regime. Yeah,
Assault rifles, yeah.
yeah, they decided to model the American government way to totally just, whatever you wanted. I love that look you just gave me. Hey,
Getting that. No, no, no.
I live in it, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
getting
Valid,
more here
valid.
too.
Yeah,
Um, uh, I don't deal with it very often, but anyway.
yeah.
Um, I would try to maybe throw a little bit of an illusion into
Okay,
this.
sure. Yeah, yeah,
Or no, no, no. That sleep powder that I have.
yeah. Sure.
I would make use of that in a
Mm,
larger supply so that it is sent out and
yeah.
sort of like around me is this now like, you know, thick layer in the air of this sleep
Mm,
powder that's been magically
yeah.
augmented so that if they get too close, they just, and I'm not talking about like knockout. I'm talking like sit
Yeah,
down,
yeah,
take a
yeah.
nap. I don't
Sure.
I don't I'm not trying to knock people unconscious and leave them on the like banging
No.
their head into the ground. No,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a it's not a knockout powder, it's a sleep powder.
Yeah,
It's very much like lay down, take a nap.
I get it. Yeah, give me a spells roll then to see how this
Okay.
takes effect.
All right.
It's a 6, isn't it?
on the Abria. On the Abria dice, 6.
All
You
hell,
know what it
Bria.
is?
Go on.
I just remembered. So not only is it the Abria dice, but it's also my girlfriend, my partner this morning said not doing anything physically because we're a distance couple, but they definitely said I'm sprinkling crit dust over your dice today. And the
Nice.
last time they did that, as a GM, I rolled 7 nat 20s in combat. And
Damn.
as the GM, my players were horrified. That's what's happening right now. Is my
I love
girlfriend's
it.
magic is working.
Perfect.
They're gonna be so
Um,
happy when I tell them about this
yeah,
later.
100%. Yeah, I love it.
It's like I
Um,
rolled so many perfect rolls because of you.
yeah. Yeah, this sort of almost like force field, I guess, of like the sleep energy kind of wafts out. And as the police are coming towards you and you're hearing a freeze, stop what you're doing. And they start to get into the space, you just hear a and then kind of like nodding off, and then they sort of sit down on the floor and pass out. Your magic friend in the back is just like,
You've
but you
seen
can
me
carry on
knock
your
people
ritual.
out before.
Yeah, valid, valid.
Yeah.
Um,
The ground shifts a little bit and like gets a little
yeah.
lumpy where their heads are as like little makeshift pillows.
Oh, I love that. That's so cute. 100%. Okay. In which case, then, as you're completing and conducting the ritual, there are a couple of questions that we go through as you're conducting it. So,
Okay.
um, what time is it when you begin the incantation?
It's sunrise. Like I
Nice.
am doing this as the sun is rising.
Hmm. Perfect.
Because there's a little part of me that's afraid that maybe it'll make me a vampire or this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
And while it could go the Bram Stoker track where the sun doesn't actually affect me,
Hmm.
it could do other things. And if this is the last time, for whatever reason, if this is the last time I might get to see the sun, then I would want to witness a beautiful sunrise as this is happening.
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely. Yeah. There's those sort of faint oranges as the sun is rising as you're creating this ritual. The next question is then what can you hear, feel, smell, and taste as you're casting the spell?
I think that I did this with a circle of lavender around me.
I love it.
So I'm smelling lavender. I think that if there was anything that I needed to imbibe in the process,
Mm,
that I did it through the process of either I did it either like if it was something that like this is a potion or like this is
yeah.
a powder, then I'm doing that. But then whenever I'm done imbibing whatever it is I need to, I'm chasing it down with a cinnamon roll.
Nice. I love that. That's
So
so sick.
yeah, so I'm smelling lavender, I'm enjoying the sweet deliciousness of a cinnamon roll. Um Uh, was there any other?
Hear and feel, but it's up to you whether you.
I have headphones on,
Yeah,
and I am listening to my favorite band, All Time Low. Uh,
lovely. Yeah,
and specifically my favorite All Time Low album, Don't Panic, It's Longer Now. Um, it's one. No, no, scratch that. I'm listening to Linkin Park and Jay-Z's Collision Course because that
oh
album is my
yeah,
soul.
that's
That
great.
that album exists at the core of who I am as a person in real
Yeah,
life. So that's
yeah,
what I'm listening to. Just in case I can't listen to music after this, I'm making sure
yeah.
that the
Fair.
last thing I listen to is my favorite album. It's like right at the crux point where they start to go into In the End or
Yes.
something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
Uh
track to see
and
this to. Yeah, I love it.
exactly. Hopefully I've tried hard and it does matter, you know?
Yeah,
Um
100%.
and I think as far as feel, there isn't like a favorite texture, but I think I have my leather jacket in my lap. So
Yeah,
like I'm feeling the leather and the the patches that are on there. It's a leather jacket covered in patches.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm just feeling the patches on the jacket and remembering like who I got this patch from, what the memory of the day that I got this patch, the process of applying the patches,
Mm,
of stitching things in.
yeah. Perfect. And then the final question as you're casting the spell is what does becoming undead feel like to you?
I think it's less of a undeath, like
Mm,
when a lot of people think of undead and they think of it as like a this will be a forever thing.
yeah.
And I think the way that I go about it, given I already know that there's more to this world because there's magic literally in
Yeah.
my blood, and I've already uncovered that through my blood I have magic. Whether
Mm,
that means I am a descendant of some form of something from way back or whatever the case, that's not something we talked about. I
mm.
think I think that in this process, if you will allow me to stretch the
100%.
meaning of this,
Yeah.
I think I enter sort of mentally, or my soul enters a room, and in this room, it's almost like a courtroom a little bit, or like
Mm.
the
Hmm.
old-fashioned one, or like a lecture room or something. And
Yeah.
I'm at the center, and then in the like audience, I look around, and it's the faint outlines of the souls of my ancestors,
Oh, I
like
love that. Yeah.
my specific family line going back
Yeah.
however far. And I see that like the one that's a little bit shinier and a little bit brighter or a little different than the others from who knows how far back,
Mm.
the one where our magic came from
Yeah.
originally. And I go to them and I say, "Y- you're not of this world anymore. Can I have just a little bit more so that I can do good in a world that needs it?" And I would seek to embrace them, but with the
Mm.
intention of not absorbing them completely,
No.
but it's sort of like I have a glass that's 20% full.
Yeah.
You have a glass that's 100% full. Can I have 80%
Yeah.
because you are no longer in a position to do anything with your 100%? So
Yeah.
basically, can we trade my 20 for your 100, you know, and it'll still get passed down and
Yeah.
everything. Because what I didn't say is that last night I actually made love with both of my partners,
Mm.
and through my magic, they are both pregnant now.
Oh,
So
I love that.
just
Yeah.
just in case undead me can't have a kid, we
Yeah.
had a
Fair.
kid before the ritual.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, 100%. I'd say that your ancestors would embrace you back and that aura starts to move away from them and onto you, which again is not an absorption thing, but is passing over that 80% that you need.
Yeah.
And
Rather than taking this immortal power from some
yeah,
unknown mystery source, I am going back to
yeah,
the source and, again, not taking everything, just
no,
going, "Hey, you're not using this.
yeah,
Like, you're no longer in a place where you can make use of this, but I am. Can we
yeah,
trade?" And
yeah,
it will obviously continue down our bloodline. Nothing has to change.
yeah,
Just in this lineup now, there's now two that would have that
yes,
extra glow. Um,
absolutely,
that in that sort of sense.
yeah,
Because
love that so much.
why would I reach to some strange unknown power when I have my own source to go to?
Absolutely, no, I think that's beautiful. I think yeah, you pass it on through the family line in that regard. Absolutely. Um,
And
and
I'm
then
gonna add a gamble to this that I
yeah,
will
please,
happily that I will say that I will roll for if you would like. And
sure, yeah, yeah,
I would like to roll since it involves blood.
yeah, please do, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think in this adapting of ancestral magic to a larger degree,
Mm,
I think that my form, not only because it's now becoming undead and immortalized, but also because it's doing that through adapting
yeah,
the energies of my past bloodline, that I need to reshape my being
yeah,
in order to
sure,
make it uh, one that can truly handle all of
yeah,
this. So if I could roll sense, I
yeah,
think that this would also complete the shapeshifting.
perfect. Please do go for it. No, it's again, it's again, isn't it? Yeah.
So on the Mystic Mountain dice, that's a 2.
Right.
On the green dice, that's a 3. And on
Okay.
the Abria, it's a 6.
Come on, Abria. Abria ruining my game. No, I'm joking. Absolutely. I love this. Yeah, 6. In which case, then, yeah.
Listen, you're the one who decided to do this right after Juneteenth. I think you did this to yourself. It's Pride and Juneteenth, and I'm both.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm all for this.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
No, I know. I love this so much. It's such a good story. Yeah. In which case, then, as that energy passes over to you, yeah, you feel those last bits of your form uh, reshape in a way that isn't just a shape shifting spell, but actually your form taking on its kind of new, well, its new form. As yeah,
I am
that's
now
exactly.
I am now 4'11".
Okay.
I am now
Yeah.
I am now 4'11", slightly darker brown skin, just a little
Sure.
bit.
Yeah.
Still full lips. I'll still have glasses and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, well proportioned, not overly exaggerated,
Yeah.
slightly hourglass figure, like a
Nice.
healthy hourglass figure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
curves where they're supposed to be and
Yeah.
not
Of course.
overdone.
Yeah.
Um, and fully and completely cisgendered woman.
Perfect.
Like
Love it.
this changed everything.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. Yeah.
when, but I did keep one aspect of this form malleable, and that is that I now have the ability, if you will allow, to
Mm,
switch between fully functional male reproductive and fully
absolutely.
functional lady reproductive. So I
Yeah.
can be either
Absolutely.
one of them.
Yeah. It's
Uh
absolutely up to you. Yeah. For
and I'll
sure.
and I'll put the limitation on it where I can only do it like one I
Yeah.
can only do it like once a day. Like I'm
Yeah.
not, switching my bits every 10 seconds.
Yeah. 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 Fair. Valid.
It's just like I think today,
Yeah.
you know.
Perfect. In which case, then, yeah, the ritual will complete as you were sort of brought back into Stonehenge. And then the final question as this ritual completes is just what has this process taught you about yourself?
This process has taught me that if I wanted to, I could be an absolute menace to the world, and
Yeah,
that
100%.
a day may come where I should be,
Mm.
but I didn't start this goal
No.
to be that.
No.
I started this goal to be my ideal self, not to become a powerful threat
Yeah.
to people who, sure, you know, being threatened would probably be a little good for them,
Yeah.
but I didn't set out on a quest for power. I set out to really just sort of, in my truest way, I would have been happy with the shapeshifting. The
Yeah.
shapeshifting would have done more than enough. But you know, when I discovered this trance to be something greater, I
Yeah.
thought I will make use of this in this way for now, and then should the day come where people I care about are in danger or
Yeah.
things are just too bad out there, I will use this power to help. Um, and I also know that because this is the power of my blood, that it will, the same way I got it, it will now continue on. I will use this power for family until the day comes where I have to use it for more than that. And
Perfect.
I will do a little bit of a memory alteration, so that
Sure.
anybody who witnessed this that isn't my magic friend uh, will forget why they came here, forget
Sure.
what they saw. It'll be a pleasant experience. I'll replace it with you just wanted to check out Stonehenge on a snowy day. You
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
here, there was absolutely nothing wrong, and then
Perfect.
the cold got to you, and you just decided to take a
Yeah.
nap. Now you should probably get now you should probably get somewhere warm so you don't get sick. And
Absolutely.
I will get back in the van with my friend, and I will head home.
Yeah.
And I will be
Perfect.
sure
See,
to pick up I'll be sure to stop by the grocery store on the way.
nice. Yeah. 100%. I mean, yeah, you have completed your ritual and become a lich. We can do sort of mini epilogue if there's anything in the sort of immediate future that you think you do.
There is one thing.
Yeah, please.
There's one thing in the immediate future, which is I have to go shopping now because all of my clothes before this were made
Yeah.
for a 6'3" person, and I'm now 4'11".
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. You have a
None of
beautiful shopping trip. Yeah.
I am either I am either doing the longest shopping day or I am going home and expending magical energy to like so anything that's too good, I'm like,
Yes.
okay, I'm just gonna make you smaller. But everything
100%.
else I'm replacing.
Yeah.
I'm
Valid.
either changing the sizes of things or I'm replacing things, you know, because
Yeah.
I'm a completely different, you
Yeah.
know. And I will say, I did have the decency. My partners knew what my like dream version of myself was. So
Yeah.
when I come home 4'11" and slight,
Yeah.
like it's still me. The face is still mostly me, but like there's enough me in there that
Yeah.
it's still me. It doesn't feel like a stranger. There's just
No.
you know 2 feet missing, or 2 feet that aren't there, and then they can be like,
100%.
wow, you've become your dream self, and hopefully nothing changes between us.
Yeah.
And I will say, I'll do one last crazy thing. Well,
Please.
no, I could do it crazy. I'll do it subtle. I go to like a government registry office of some
Mm,
sort, and
yeah.
I use just a little bit of mind control, which is bad, I
Yeah.
admit it, but I essentially have them make up the federal documents to fully and respectfully acknowledge that me and both my lady partners are now married. The three of us are our wives together now.
Yeah.
They My name is changed in all the documentation going forward. My
Perfect.
ID is changed to a picture of me with no questions asked, because
Yeah.
obviously, you can't just be like, yeah, I know it was this, but it's this now. And you
Yeah.
also
Of
can't
course.
show up. you also can't just show up in this country without paperwork. So I
Yeah.
use my magic to give myself paperwork in the right way,
Yeah.
so that all my documents are in a row. And then, yeah, that's it. I live
Perfect.
my. I think the thing is that I am immortal, but I am immortal in the sense that the day that I choose to be done,
Yes. Yeah.
I do go. It's
Yeah.
less of a some great hero is gonna have to show up and kill me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
more like I will pass this 100% on to another person,
Mm.
and when I pass that 100% on, I will go join the rest of those
Yeah.
ancestors in that collection. So, like I said, I'm still going where we go. I'm
Yeah.
just extending my stay a little bit longer.
Absolutely. I love that. That's beautiful. Yeah, 100%. The day that
And
you choose to, we will pass on.
I just rolled the same 3d6 just to see what happened here,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's entirely 8 months until I start to feel superhero guilt, and then I start working at that magic shop, offering cures for people's problems because I have the magic. I
Perfect.
start giving out weird things that are really just my magical power, and it cures cancer.
Yes.
But I have
Amazing.
I have 8 months before I feel guilty that I have that the Spider-Man with great
Yes.
power comes
Yeah.
greater responsibility, and it's like I can help so many people, and
Yeah.
I'm not. I have 8 months before I start crying because the world is so pained, and I could do
Yeah.
so much.
100%. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. But you end up doing so much good for so many people. After that 8 month period, have your family with your wives, all your documentation changed, and live out as happy a life as you want it to be.
Yeah.
Um, In which case, then, that brings us to the end of tonight. Thank you so
Perfect.
much. Yeah, no, thank you so much, Amelia, for joining. Where can people find you online and any projects you've got going on that you want to plug?
Hi, I am Amelia Malcolm. You can find me everywhere at Disabled Dystopian. Just switch out the Y or the I in disabled for a Y, and then you've got me. Um, you can find me quite a few places. I'm making an appearance on a project later this week. I think actually multiple projects. Since I know the week this is coming out, you can find me this Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with creative on Creative Disarray's channel, where we are doing Road to Wrestle Deep, which is what if WWE but in the world of Faerun.
Love
Uh,
that.
I think we have our first combat outside of the ring coming up this
Nice.
week. And then you'll see me here again on Bard Shots very soon.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I'm kind of all over the place, but yeah, I think
perfect.
that's good. Uh,
No, great. Um,
trans people are people, and happy Pride and resist. Pride used to be a funeral march, and it used to be riots, and I think on some level, if you decided what the cause you were rioting for was, that pride should be that again, instead of
100% agree.
capitalism and twinks. No offense to twinks out there, but
Yeah. No, 100% agree. There are so many issues going on in the world right now. We've touched on them as well, through this or just through our sort of private conversations. But yeah, trans rights, human rights, and we should give everyone the respect and dignity that they deserve. So thank you for
exactly.
saying that. But yeah, please go and check out Amelia online. You can find all the wonderful projects that they're in, and yeah, you'll be seeing something special very soon on Bard Shots with both of us in, and we won't reveal any more than that at the moment.
Yeah, because
But
I don't
yeah,
know when it's coming out. So
no, we need to decide that. But yeah, for you, our audience, please stay tuned because after the break, we will be back with our next duet. We write private cathedrals in our little double feature this week. So yeah, see you all soon. That's so needed right now. The link will be in the chat and our socials. And if you're not able to donate, if you can share it across so other people get to see it, that would be fantastic. So the game is played by the two of us taking turns or taking on the role of a pair of lovers through various points in history. And we'll be writing various letters either as the lovers themselves or people that know them. Which will be reading out to the audience so you know what we're saying. But we'll roll a d6 to determine how private the correspondence are, and then draw a card to determine the theme and the audience of the letter. So, if you're ready, Aoife.
Yes, let's
get going then. Probably good for us to introduce our characters a little bit, or just who that they are. So I'll hand over to you first if you want to describe your character for me.
Yes, so I will be playing William P. Johnson in honor of Martha P. Johnson. Obviously, a great queer figure in history. And William is studying, well, at the start of our story, studies literature at Oxford University, where he met his soon-to-be friend lover. Who knows what history will say? And yes, I will hand over to you.
Perfect. No, yeah, and I'll be playing Alan Dillon, named after Alan Turing for one in the first name, and then Michael Dillon in the second name, both of which were great figures, both for gay history and trans history. Al studied Italian at university, and yeah, we'll see what becomes of those two people. Know at this moment quite what's going to happen to them, so it will be interesting to see. Okay. Do we want to roll the d6 to see who's going to go first? So we'll see who rolls higher.
We've got matching rainbow d6s.
We have.
For Pride Month. That was a fun coincidence. Okay,
No
we'll roll
expense
these.
spared at bar shots.
This is high production value, guys.
It is. It is.
I got a
5. Oh shit!
We're meant to be. We are
We
meant
are.
to be.
I guess roll again.
Roll again. Oh, I got a 6.
I got a 2. You first.
Okay, I'll go first.
So yeah, you'll have to roll your dice again to see how censored you are, and then the card to see what the theme of your letter is.
Okay, right. I will roll my d6 and I get a 5. So that is a 4. If I roll a 4 or a 5, that means that my message is somewhat safe. So I probably can't be fully truthful because there is a risk, but I can speak in maybe coded phrases and be lightly affectionate. And then I will use my online deck of cards to see what I put out. I got the 7 of diamonds. So the number 7 relates to desire and fulfillment. Oh, strong start. And the diamond. Do you call it what do you call that? The diamond shape. I don't.
The suit of the card. Yeah.
Suit. Thank you. The suit of diamonds means that I'm writing between myself and someone else, potentially a friend. Maybe it's a draft manuscript. Or telling a story to someone, potentially posting on a queer message board. So it's meant for the world, but it's about me and my partner, Alan.
Cool.
So
I mean, if you're writing to somebody else, let me roll to see what I would get as well, because it's not going to be letters to each other, so that'd be quite interesting. I got a 5 as well, so it's a somewhat safe letter again. What does my online deck of cards say? Oh, mine's diamonds as well.
Here's a cute idea. This is our first letter, so we're setting this in roughly the 1920s. We might still be at university at this point. What if these are messages on a notice board that's a little bit encoded, looking for a friend, potentially brother?
Yeah,
maybe that's how we meet.
That sounds quite fun, actually. Yeah, because mine is, I got the 4 of diamonds, so mine is about self-discovery / confessions. And yeah, it is. So yeah, I think you do your message board one. I've got an idea for mine as well.
Okay, great. I love this. Please appreciate my lovely fruity letter paper. I've written, wanted, looking for a partner in crime, must love literature and the great romance writers, keen to meet intelligent and open minds only, women need not apply, William P. Johnson.
Lovely. Great. Yeah, I definitely think Al would have responded to that. Mine is probably set slightly after they would have met. Or a little while when they would have met. And so I think in an article or an essay that Al first got published, which would have been a study on the original Dante's Inferno and its cultural significance on Italian history.
I think Alan earned his way into university a lot more than William did.
Yeah, I think Al worked his butt off to get there.
William is a nepo baby, for sure. William didn't earn this.
No, Al really studied and has just had a natural intelligence to get up there.
Yeah.
But he wrote to my Beatrice, who always kept me grounded. This is for you.
Oh.
For anyone who doesn't know Dante very well, Beatrice is his lover. To be fair, but yeah,
that's nice. Yeah. I love that. I'm sure William will have understood the reference as a literature student.
Yes, yeah. I imagine Al probably got a lot of advice on the literature.
Yeah, William was probably there when it was written. Probably distracting him.
Oh yeah.
And being like, come on, let's just go outside for a walk. Come on, let's go. Why are you walking so hard?
Because I need this, okay? Yeah. I'm here on scholarship.
Scholarship? What's that? Daddy paid.
Yeah. Oh dear. Cute.
Oh, I love that.
Cool. Next one, I guess.
Carefully put my note paper over here. Start a new page.
Sweet.
Do you want to go first this time? Because I technically went
why
first
not?
last time.
I got a 5 again. I'm going to re-roll that because I don't want everything to be safe. Oh, I got a 2. So
That's certainly not safe.
no, this writing is public. Your love will be evident to those who know where to look, but it cannot be obvious. And let's see what card I pull. Okay, the 8 of clubs. So it is intimacy in any form. This is writing by someone close to you. A description of your wedding, a letter between your parents, a speech made in your honor. It is meant for you and it's about your story. So, okay, it's written by somebody else about.
That's tricky. I mean, I guess it lends itself to being public writing.
It does lend itself to being public writing. And we sort of said that we'd set this sort of around when they were about 25. So they've left university now.
Probably just after university, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Shall I roll mine while you write?
Yeah, let's do it.
And then there's less editing for Luke afterwards.
Yeah, editing. Future Luke will be happy with this choice.
Okay. I also rolled a 5. I'm going to roll again. A 4 is the same roll. I'm going to stick with that because it was my second roll.
Yeah.
So again, this is somewhat safe. I can hint at stuff but not be fully truthful. And let's pull out a card. The Jack of Diamonds. So this is about routine. And it's between me and someone else. So again, like before, could be telling a story to a friend, maybe drafting a manuscript, etc.
So mine was obviously public. It was meant to be intimacy of any form. So it's less about, written by somebody else, it's less about intimacy between these two people. So I have put, this is a newspaper article that his parents have put into the newspaper around the 20 or around the 25. And it is, we are pleased to announce the engagement of Mr. Alan Dillon, 25, translator of Westminster, who got engaged to Marsha Turing, 24, on the 28th of June. They are set to be wed on the 20th of November.
That would have been really sad for Will to read.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been pretty... I don't think Al would have liked it much either, to be honest. But
Yes.
needs must when you're in a time where you can't be openly gay.
Yeah, and perhaps Marsha is more worldly than we give her credit for.
I think she probably is, yes.
I think with a name like Marsha Turing, she might be a little no.
It's a bit queer-coded, just a little bit.
Who's to say? So mine is sort of not fully public, a little bit coded, and it's between me and someone else. So what I've written is a letter to Will's father. So Will's 25, not married yet, but as soon as he left university, was given a place as a partner in his dad's company. He is a Nepo baby. We've established this. He's written, Father, while I appreciate your concern for the company's reputation, what I do in my own time is my own business. My weekends spent in London have no impact on my ability to manage the company. Come hell or high water, I will be in the boardroom each Monday at 8 o'clock sharp. Please allow me to relax in peace, away from prying eyes. Will.
I love that. That's so funny. And funny that I mentioned Westminster and you mentioned London immediately.
I mean, Will's not in Westminster, Will is in Soho. But...
No, but if Al lives there, yeah. While Marsh is away.
Who knows what happens when we're away from prying eyes?
Exactly. Love that. Okie dokie. Your turn
jump into
first.
Future again.
Huh?
Let's jump into future again.
Yeah, so 30s-ish.
Yes. Right.
Cool.
Let's roll and see. A 3. Okay. So my writing is also public now. Anyone who knows where to look will spot the queer codes, but nothing can be obvious. Right.
Okay.
Let's pull a card, see what we get. We get we get the 9 of Hearts. So this is anger or fear, and that's what the 9 represents, and the suit of hearts represents me, writing between me and my lover, who is Alan. So this is private correspondence, but somehow the writing is public. So it says here, private correspondence, a note left on your kitchen table, a paragraph of prose you wrote for them. The writing is for them, and somehow it has become public, and it is about anger or fear.
Love that. And it could have been public at any time. So in the future, if family members found it in like Al's attic or something like that,
yeah, absolutely, it could have been potentially could have been something Will said to Al in public.
Yeah, could be. Yeah,
maybe.
That's true. That's a good one, actually.
Gonna have to dip into the feelings for this one.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 1. I'm not doing well. A censor burns your letter. A researcher ignores it. Your family hides it in shame. Complete your turn as you normally would. Share it with your partner and then destroy what you've made. This bit of your love does not become history. And the card I pulled, oh god, it makes it even worse. Is the 2 of Hearts. So it's linked to family, whatever that means. And Hearts, so it's again private correspondence between us, but Will would never have received it, I'm gonna probably say, as it got.
Here's an idea. What if these 2 pieces of correspondence are related? Potentially, I sent a note to your office.
Yeah.
You read, but then destroyed because it became public. And you sent a note to my office that was destroyed potentially by my secretary before it made its way to me.
Okay, in which case then you'll write your letter first, and then I'll
write mine first, and then you write yours.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. Okay. Feelings. Anger and fear.
Anger and fear.
So I don't want to be angry at Alan.
I mean, it could be for any like you can make stuff up that's what happened. I mean, he'd have been married for about 5 years. He could have a first kid or something like that.
Yeah, this is what
angry
I
or
was
something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You bastard. No.
And this is, let me just remind myself, this is public. Okay. Will you allow me to name your children?
Oh, absolutely. Please do. It's the DM's curse to have to name everything. So if you get to name anything in my stead, that's great.
Great. Okay. This is angry, but in a slightly passive aggressive way. This is not. We're not calling names because this is a note to your office.
Yes, of course.
Actually, I'm going to make one more change. There we go. Mr. Dillon, your commitment to your family is admirable. Little Johnny and Susie are precious. But what about us? Are our business meetings in London a distant memory? W.P. Johnson.
Felt that myself then. Okay.
He's mad.
Okay, cool. Right. Okay, so I've got to respond to that.
Yeah.
But it's going to get destroyed anyway, so you'll never see it. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh.
This is starting to feel like atonement. Anyway.
How will we reconcile?
Who knows? Hopefully the next 3 letters are better.
Yeah.
All right. So Al would have responded to Will saying, Amore mio, you know you're my family. I love you more than I can convey in any letters. Time is trickier to manage with 2 young children and more work commitments, but I promise I need to see you too. Meet me this weekend, the usual spot. I'll be waiting for you. All my love, Al.
Oh no.
I know, I made it worse. Yeah.
That's too much. Oh, that's too much for my heart to bear. Because William would never have shown up because he wouldn't have received that message.
And Al would have sat there all night waiting for him.
And it would have rained.
Oh, of course, yeah, it would have rained. Yeah, for sure. The pub would have closed. He's just drinking one solitary pint.
That's too sad. That's much too sad.
I know, we need a happier one.
This is why I'm happy we live in a world of social media, because I could just WhatsApp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's encrypted. We would have been
messages,
fine.
baby.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too sad. Too sad. Okay.
Oh, it's my turn now, isn't it? First. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I got another one, so I'm going to re-roll that because I've done it 1. Oh, I got a 6. Great.
Nice.
Hopefully the cards are better on this. Oh, interesting. It's a hearts again. So it's between Al and Will, and it is number 5. So that is firsts, comma lasts. I'll think about how to do that.
That's a good one. Shall I roll mine as well?
Yes, do. And we're setting this like 35s, aren't we?
Yeah, we're about 35, yeah.
So about 5 years later.
Oh, I also got a 6.
Nice.
Yes. Finally, they can speak their hearts. Okay. Oh, wait. Let's see what card I get.
Yeah, it might not be.
Oh, I got a 6 of diamonds. Okay. So 6 is separation and longing. Oh, that's good. And diamonds, this is writing between me and someone else.
Okay.
Okay.
I wonder, just to twist the knife a little bit, do you think they haven't spoken for those 5 years, considering Will didn't think he got a response and Al thought that Will stood him up?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I also suspect if during those 5 years William got married in another lavender marriage, and perhaps he is open with his wife because she's open with him about her relationships, and it's a very liberal modern relationship.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the 30s, guys.
Yeah. And you have the money to have that. Al probably had to marry.
Let's be real. William's been a partner in his dad's company. It's probably gearing up to become his company at some point when his dad retires. He's making the big bucks. He's got a nice house in the country for sure.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. Okay. We're going over to the other side of the paper. We've got some feelings.
Oh no.
Okay. We're on 2 sides.
Oh dear. All right.
You go first.
Yeah, I'll start with that. So. Okay, so. Will, it's been some time. I'm not sure if you ever received my last letter or if you just didn't want to see me. I thought of you often all these long years. I saw your marriage announcement. I was hurt at first, but I suppose that is selfish of me. I sit here with my wife, kids, and good life, but something is always missing. How much easier it would be if we could just be together, if it wasn't deemed a sin. This was meant to be a congratulations on your marriage letter, or maybe a reconciliation. I'm sorry to appear after all these years again. I miss you. I understand if you do not want to hear from me again. This can be my last letter. Forever yours, Al.
That's beautiful. Oh my goodness. I'm so in my feels, Luke.
Honestly. I know. I think I'm going to cry.
I think I might be in love. Am I a gay man?
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I'm in love with a fictional gay man. It's like every day of my life, to be honest. But yeah.
It sounds like my life written up. Okay. This feels, I think, also, when you hear what I've written, it feels kind of connected to what you wrote. So I've written to my wife, Sylvia, in honor of Sylvia Rivera, absolute queen. I've written, Dear Sylvia, I can't stop thinking about it. It feels 1,000,000 years ago, and yet only yesterday. I saw him in the newspaper recently. He was translating for some foreign dignitary. He looked well, healthy. Oh, Sylvia, I felt so proud of him. He's truly pulled himself up by his bootstraps, and no one could be more deserving. But then I saw his ring. Is it wrong for me to say I wish it were my ring he was wearing? How foolish of me. That could never be. How could we be wed in the eyes of God? But when I saw that photo of him, all I saw was my wild boy from all those years ago. How I long to feel his head on my chest as we stare up at the clouds. I hardly remember any of the Italian he taught me anymore. I care for you so deeply, Sylvia, and yet how I wish things were different. That made me feel a bit actually as I read that. I think I need to listen to some sad music.
Yeah. I'm gonna be thinking about these characters a lot. It also feels like we planned a lot of.
Yeah, this is. I mean, we talked about our characters beforehand, but this is not. We hadn't planned these. Like,
well, we didn't know what we'd be writing when, but yeah.
It feels so much more sad because, and I feel like maybe this is the point of the game. I don't know, but it feels so much more sad because I know these are letters that have been written and conversations that have been had.
100%. Yeah, I think that's the biggest part. I think that's what they wanted to do with the game, which was we're quite. I mean, not that everything is rosy right now, but we're quite privileged in the fact that you can love who you want to love, and overarchingly, you're not going to be censored in the way that they were back then. And
you can certainly find your people, and it's a lot easier.
That's it. Yeah, for sure. Oh dear. Okay. I guess the next lot.
It's got heavy quickly. This is.
I know.
That's nice. Let's do 1950. Yeah. 50.
Great song by King Princess as well. But anyway.
Is it my turn to go first?
It's you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I feel I need to decompress. 3. Okay. So this is public. This will be evident to those who know where to look, but it cannot be obvious. This is in the 50s, though. So while still illegal, perhaps a little bit, things are brewing.
Yeah, things are brewing a little bit.
Okay, and let's see what the deck of cards has in store for me. Oh, 10 of hearts. So this is, oh no, this is a fight. A fight written between me and my lover. I don't want to fight with you anymore.
That could be in the letter. You're wasting good material now.
I'm wasting good material. I didn't say that. Forget I said that. I'm going to write it down.
I'll edit it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what I get. A 6. The sensor's burning my letter again. Or this piece of correspondence again. And I got the Ace, so a moment of grief or of joy, and it's of diamonds. So this is a writing between me and someone else. So whatever I write to this other person is going to get destroyed. Okay.
Wait, you rolled a 6?
Yeah, no, it's completely private. What am I doing? I'm forgetting the rules of the game. There we go. 6, yeah, okay, private correspondence.
Completely private, and it's to a friend. And what was it about again, sorry?
A moment of grief or of joy.
Joy. Okay. Oh, this is hard. Okay. 1950s. Will you allow me to bend the rules slightly? Instead of it being writing, I'm saying it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why it's public.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm just thinking,
we can role play an argument.
well, I could write something down, and then what makes it public is that is like seen by a reporter or documented in some way. Like maybe I'm quoted in a newspaper or something.
That's cool. Yeah, sure. I like that.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you. It's hard to kind of picture a scenario.
I know.
Okay. So mine was a fight between you and your lover, but public. And so I've slightly tweaked the rules a bit. I've gone with an excerpt from an article, but the focus is on a quote where I'm heard saying something to you.
Okay.
So it's, but I've given a little bit of prose beforehand because it's an excerpt from an article. But this is fundamentally, it's a quote of something I said, something William said to Alan. So it's from an article called "The Dark Side of Soho." This is the 50s.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, it's true.
The article will cut in partway through the article, and it says, "And yet it seems even these queer folk are not above a domestic squabble. One such spat was witnessed, with one gentleman saying to another, 'Well, if you're so scared of being seen together, why are we here? Why are we still here after 30 years? I don't want to fight anymore. You're too important for that.'"
Fair. I love that.
I'm sure much more was said that wasn't heard by the reporter.
Yeah, probably.
Perhaps they started talking in hushed tones after that.
I think probably clocking someone maybe around listening.
Clocking someone being like, no.
Yeah. I think Al, who probably knows, and maybe the reporter's around because he's obviously would be.
Yes, he's probably used to spotting.
Yeah, like yeah.
There's a really large camera over there.
Yeah.
A man with a trilby and a notepad.
Yeah, what's this guy with a newspaper and like circles cut out for the eyes? I think that feeds really well into what I've done though, because this could feature into why this has happened. So mine was a letter to writing between me and somebody else, and I was assured of my privacy, so I've done it as a letter to somebody. And it's a moment of grief or joy, and I'd say it's probably a mixture of both. So this is a letter between Al and his daughter as she goes off to university. She would be about the age.
What did I call her? Little Susie?
Susie, yeah. So.
Not so little anymore.
Not so little anymore. She'd be sort of very early 20s. We'll go sort of loosey-goosey with the timing a little bit, but so I'm having that she's just going off to Oxford University herself. It gets better. So,
this is good.
Susie, I'm so proud of you getting into Oxford University. You are always my brilliant little girl, even if you haven't followed your old man into Italian and are studying literature instead. I had the best years of my life at university, and one of my closest friends was a literature student. He would read me Oscar Wilde for hours on end, though I didn't necessarily always understand what he was talking about. I'm sorry that things didn't work out between me and your mum. The truth is that I care for her deeply. She might have told you some things about me. The truth is I never wanted you to find out that way. The thing is, you can't help who you fall in love with, no matter what the law says. But listen to me going on and ruining your celebrations. You will be fantastic, brilliant as ever. Please write to me soon. All my love, Dad. So I imagine maybe they broke up after the article came out, and maybe Marsha found out very quickly, or could figure out very quickly who that might have been.
Yes, perhaps. That's so lovely, though. Do you think Susie understood?
I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that she would have been, because I'm trying to think in like the 50s. I mean, I know we're not quite in the 60s yet, but we're starting to get a little bit closer to the sort of the 60s and the 70s, which were much more open.
And you've got that kind of American influence and the kind of you're much more free with style and everything.
And being sort of the younger generation, I would have thought she probably would have maybe even had friends where we sort of secretly knew that one was gay and that was much more accepting, and so he felt he could at least sort of say that. But yeah.
Is it weird that I'm really proud that Susie got into Oxford?
I know, yeah. So am I. I'm like, oh, my imaginary daughter's doing so well in life.
She's doing so well in this life that we have written for her.
Yeah, she's doing so well in this life that I can pretend she's doing so well in. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm very proud of her.
I'm very proud of her as well. I think she's doing great.
Do you think Alan will have told William that Susie's got into university and is studying literature?
Yeah, I would have thought so. I would have thought he'd speak quite openly about that to him. Probably a bit more jestingly, like, look at her taking after you as opposed to me, even though they're not like, you know.
I love that.
Oh dear. All right, my go, right?
Yes, and we're jumping forward to the 60s, is that right?
Yeah,
roughly?
about 60s, yeah, I think.
Retirement.
3. Okay, so the writing is public. Your love will be evident to those who know, and look, but it can't be obvious. And what card do I get? I'm gonna change that card because it's against somebody that I know. Okay, I like this one better. So the 7, which is all about desire and fulfillment, and it's of hearts. So it's between me and Will. Oh,
but it's public.
60s. It is public. Shit. Okay.
Let me roll for mine while we're here.
Yeah, I've got a roof like that.
A 4. It's somewhat safe.
Okay.
Okay then. We haven't had one of those for a while. And what are the cards going to give me? This is, oh no, I've actually pulled that card already. Nope. Okay. 4 of diamonds. So this is 4 is a self-discovery or confession, and diamonds is between me and someone else. And it's somewhat safe. So I can be a little, it's not a full confession, but I can do a little bit of a confession. Is it my turn to go first? Was it your turn to go first?
I think it's my turn to go
first. Your turn to go first. Yes, you go first.
Okay. So I've twisted this a little bit as well, which is that it is public because it is many years later and it's in some kind of history book looking back at this point.
I love that. Love that.
So he could still be fairly open, but it's not as coded or whatever because, I mean, but at that point it's fine. You can say what you want. It's a letter from Al to Will, after, and I'm setting it just after the Sexual Offences Act has come in, and which has repealed the criminalisation of homosexuality, or at least if you're 21 or over. So
which
it's
we are at this point.
we're in our 60s at this point.
We're retired.
So it says, "Amore mio. Did you see the news? This feels monumentous. All these long years of secrecy and hiding, and now we can finally be. I feel so overcome with joy. I know I'm an old man now and well past my prime, but if you'd have me, we can finally be together. After all this time, will you be mine? Please say yes. Forever yours, Al."
Oh, he's proposing.
I mean, basically, yeah, without actually being able to propose yet, but yeah.
You actually genuinely brought tears to my eyes. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
You can just imagine how incredible and freeing that would have felt.
Yeah, like after so many, I mean, hundreds of years. Like, yeah, for sure. Like,
oh my gosh, genuinely, maybe a little bit emotional. Okay, So my letter is private but not completely safe. And it's written to somebody else. So what I've done is I've set this around 1960, so a little before your letter. And he's writing it to his daughter, named Lily, after the first or one of the first women to receive gender-affirming surgery. And this is a letter that he gives to her on her 18th birthday to kind of come clean. So it says, "My dear sweet Lily, you're old enough now that I feel you should know the truth. Your mother and I told you that you were adopted because we couldn't conceive. The truth is, we never tried. We love each other dearly, but not as a husband and wife ought. We both know this about each other and have done since the day we met. We care for each other deeply and always will, but there are others. You know Sybil, your mother's housekeeper in the country, and my golfing partner Al? Well, let's just say we're very good friends. My sweet Lilybud, know that your mother and I love you with everything we have and always will. Your papa."
Come off mute. There we go.
So William also had a child, and I did the maths, and she was probably orphaned from the war and was adopted. So yes, I like to think that, like Susie, Lily was understanding, probably a little confused that these adult figures that she's had in her life are suddenly a little bit closer than she'd anticipated. But I guess that explains why her mother spends so much time in the country, and why Will's always playing golf with Al.
Oh, yes, golf, yeah.
Golf, as they
I was
say.
probably there like, wait, I have to know about golf now? Like,
like, no, you just stay in the country club, it's fine.
Great, perfect.
I bought you the membership, we're good, it's okay.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'm sure Alan could have afforded the membership, that's not the point.
By that point, he's doing well in life.
Yeah, Alan is doing very well, but William is principled and would always pay for Alan.
Yes.
Oh, these little love buds.
Except I don't want to let them go. Yes, yeah. Oh, buds by this point.
I'm glad that they're together.
Yeah, I think by this point they're together. I mean, we could still do a letter or two and see what comes of their later life.
Yes. Where are we jumping forward to now? Did we say 1980?
Yeah, I think let's do 80s, and then we can sort of end with a bit further in the future, which wouldn't necessarily be them, but maybe others.
Oh, nice. I like that. 1980. Right. You roll first.
It's you first.
Oh, is it me first? Oh, okay. I'll roll first. I've lost track.
It's easy to lose track.
I've got a 6.
Nice.
This is the one you want. This is the only crit I care about. Okay. Same card again. Goodness, right? I'm just gonna get another card.
Yeah.
Ooh, a King of Diamonds. A king is meaning, magic, and love. And diamonds is again written between me and someone else.
Fair.
But it's a 6, so I fully open. I can be completely honest and completely myself, which is a rare treat.
Okay. Let's see what I get. I got a 5, so somewhat safe. And then card-wise, a 7 of clubs. So, design fulfillment, and this is writing by someone close to me about me and my story. Okay, cool.
Okay. This is really cute. Oh, you've muted yourself.
Are you first or am I first? I can't even remember.
I think I'm first because I think you
Yeah.
went first last time.
Yes, that makes sense.
So this is 1980. So we're about 80 years old, and this is a letter to William's soon-to-be ex-wife, Sylvia. They waited until she could submit the divorce papers, not him, and they waited until till Lily had grown up. This is private, so he can be his full self here. My dear Sylvia, please find enclosed the signed divorce papers. As agreed, you can keep the house in the country, all it entails, and a generous annual stipend. How strange that we should be in the midst of a divorce, and yet I've never been more fond of you. Thank you for being the most wonderful wife and mother this old fruitcake could have asked for. I look forward to our couple's Christmas together. I promise to bring Al's famous panettone, even if Sybil doesn't really like it. How is it that I suddenly feel so young again? My bones are aching, but as if by magic, I feel as if I have my whole life ahead of me. None of this could have happened were it not for you, Sylv. I wish you and Sybil another lifetime of joy. Your Will.
Oh, I love this couple.
Sylvia and William are like proper mates.
Yeah, you can tell.
They're best friends. They're not. They're what history will say William and Alan were.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, for sure. Oh. Okay. So mine was a somewhat private but slightly coded letter, and it was written by someone close to me.
About you.
Yeah, somewhat about me. So I've stretched it a teeny bit. I think it still is technically about us, but
I think we're allowed to stretch the rules a little.
Yeah, I think we are allowed to stretch. I think we can make the game whatever we want, right? So this is a letter between Susie, Al's daughter, and Oscar, Al's grandson.
Oh.
So, Oscar, I know you've been a bit distant lately since moving out. I know you like to think I don't know you that well, but I am your mother. I've known since you were little that you see the world a little differently and aren't always comfortable in your skin. The truth is that I see so much of your grandfather in you. He never felt comfortable in himself for many years and had... What have I written there? Oh, and had to discover... My handwriting's atrocious. It's a good job this isn't written to each other.
Yeah.
And had to discover a lot about himself to find happiness. You might find it difficult to talk to me, but he will understand, or if not him, Uncle will. You're not alone. We all love you, Mum. Yeah.
Oscar's gay.
Yeah, Oscar's for sure. I was like, gay or trans, like either one. Like, isn't comfortable. Maybe both. Yeah, maybe both for sure. But yeah, but has the right mum for it for sure.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that so much.
I equally imagine that he didn't come to Al and probably went to Will instead to speak to him because it's like slightly outside of the family, like
for sure. And it was like they did something mask. They went and had a pint and sat like next to each other, looking out at the ocean or something. No eye contact. Yeah, 100%.
This is basically how I came out to my parents now. It's like take them to the pub, like. It'll be fine.
I love that, and I love that Susie knew 100%.
Yeah,
and was like, I'm not going to force you to come out, but talk to someone.
Yeah, I imagine that there were probably a few conversations over the years where Susie was like, Oscar isn't happy or doesn't feel right, and like over time with like Al and maybe Will as well probably, like they kind of figured out over those sort of 20 years like that he's probably queer in some respect.
I'm sure he spent a few Christmases with us.
Probably, yeah. We were all like, just a close friend, Oscar, was it?
Yeah. Just a friend. No, of course you just play football together. Of course. I'm not going to ask what you get up to in the changing rooms. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I love these guys.
I know. Oh. Wow. last letter, I guess.
Yeah.
If I get that it's for burnt now, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh no, that'll be the worst. No, don't. You've said it now.
I've said it now. Hopefully, whatever dice gods are listening. 6. I couldn't have
Thank
predicted
goodness.
that, but 6. Okay, and what card do I get? 10 of spades.
Don't think we've
Tens
had
of
any
fights. So spades is something personal. Diary entry. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I've got an idea of something.
That's nice.
I know we said in the future. I'm gonna probably. This will be in the future from the 80s, but I'm probably gonna
Like
make
reminisce.
it just. Yeah, it's sort of maybe a couple of years after the 80s. We'll see how far we get, but yeah, I've got an idea of something that's a little bit that kind of still fits in fight a little bit.
Okay. Let me roll. A 3. Okay then. This is public. It will be evident to those who know where to look, but it cannot be obvious. However, this is sometime after the 80s. So let's see what the cards have in store for us. 1 second. Okay, 3 of diamonds. So it's pulled so many diamonds. This
There's
deck
been a lot
cards-
of conversations between other people, not a
I
lot
think
between Al and Will. Yeah.
Sometimes I think that really where a relationship is special is how you talk about others,
100%.
how you talk to others about them, you know. So what did I just say? I said a 3 of diamonds. Yes. So a 3 is promises or secrets told between me and someone else, and it's public. Okay.
So, I've set.
I like
this...
that you say that confidently. I have no idea whose turn it is.
I think it was me. Okay, so I have set this as after Will has passed, and Al has written a bit of a memoir. So my thing was about a fight. So there's a fight-based bit, and then there's a cute bit at the end.
Okay.
So,
okay. Good. That's good.
So we'll
Thanks for prepping me because I'm already sad that Will's died.
We'll start with the fight-based bit, and then I'll go into the bit afterwards.
Yes.
So this is a part of a chapter of Al's book where he is remembering the fight in Soho, and equally the fight he would have had with Marsha afterwards. So I remember vividly when my wife discovered my secret. I'd been in Soho with Will. We had an argument about having to keep each other as dirty little secrets. It was devastating as we only wanted to be together, but that would have meant ending up in prison. A journalist had overheard us and printed in an article about the dark side of Soho. When Marsha read it, she knew immediately it was about me and Will. We argued for many days before I finally told her I was gay. She was upset, of course, but I think years of mystery were finally packed away. I finally felt free, not because I lost her, but because I could finally reveal my truth to her. It took many years, but eventually we became good friends again, and she has been a close support for me since losing Will. And then I've put the dedication to the book as, to my Beatrice, as a great man once said, the very essence of romance is uncertainty. I never knew back then if we would ever truly be together, but you've been the greatest love and adventure of my life. I miss you every day. Your Al.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, God.
Well, I know for a fact that memoir would have made me cry.
I know, we now need the rest of the memoir.
Yeah, I need the full book now. So mine is written, obviously, before Will dies.
Yes, naturally, yeah.
So this is written in 1988, which the history buffs among you will know is when Section 28, as part of the Local Government Act, was brought in the UK. So basically banning the promotion of homosexuality or anything remotely gay within schools. And in this, so this is about secrets more than promises, and it is a letter to, I like to think it was a letter to the Guardian. I feel like Will would have read the Guardian.
Yeah.
So this is in many ways probably more open than the 3 that I rolled dictated, but Will has signed it anonymously.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of secret element. Dear editor, this retiree questions the purpose of this new act. Homosexuals have existed as long as mankind. How will banning its so-called promotion in schools change anything? This reader would not wish a lifetime of secrets and pretense on anyone. To embrace love in all its forms is the only way to truly live. Do we wish to deny life to the next generation? Sincerely, an educated citizen.
I love that. That's so good.
And the sad thing is, and I did have to double check this while I was writing, but the sad thing is that the Section 28 was repealed in 2003, which means Will most likely would not have lived to see that happen.
No, absolutely not. No. That is sad.
It's sad.
Yeah, it was the year before I started secondary school that it got repealed. There's a bit of Luke Law there for any watchers that want to know about my life. But yeah, it's horrifying, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's yeah, I mean, I think even today we feel the ramifications of whole generation, multiple generations of people who went through a school system that banned conversations of queerness. You know, I think even in my school years, which was also after the repeal of this act, it was still very homophobic. And actually almost everyone at my school was closeted until after we left school. And that was an all-girls school, so you can imagine extra homophobic. So yes, it's sad to think about the ramifications of that. And I hope well, it's nice to see that things are, I think, changing. I think things are much more open now than they ever used to be. And in certain spaces, at least, much more accepting.
Absolutely, because I think you're right that there was a number of years, like, it's not just that it got repealed and then schools just went, let's talk about like queer kids again.
You can't change a curriculum overnight.
No, exactly. Yeah, it took so many. I feel like it's only probably really in the last sort of 10 years, maybe, that things have started to get a little bit more that way, but still fraught with issues along the way. But yeah, I agree. I think things generally are spoken about a little bit easier now, but it doesn't take much for those things to get repealed, unfortunately.
No, sadly not.
No. Oh, I know we said we'd end potentially with the obituaries of these two or something from the far future. I don't know if I'm happy to roll with it, or if you just want to do something that kind of encapsulate the end of them, whether it's an obituary or something much further in the future, reflecting on them.
I don't know. I'm just thinking, I mean, as we've established, Alan outlived Will.
Yes.
But I sort of, in my mind, if I'm picturing a kind of maybe a final Christmas of them all together, I'm picturing quite a large family. A blended family with lots of children and grandchildren, and importantly, lots of love. And I think it's that's all I have in my mind, is just lots of love, because they found the right people.
I think that's like the perfect one, really, of like, them two a bit older, they're Sylvia and Sybil, Marsha probably at this point as well, as they sort of become friends again. All the kids, grandkids, Oscar's first boyfriends come along too, why not? Like, maybe they're married by now, who knows, but or first relationship, whatever that might be, however he wants to identify himself, or they want to identify themselves. But and
Lily was definitely a staunch ally, for sure. Especially during the 80s and 90s. For sure. I think she will have been a staunch. I imagine Lily is straight, but a big advocate and ally.
No, that's fair. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I want to keep them in my heart.
I know. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this again. Oh. Fuck. Okay.
I know that this is a duet letter writing RPG and is therefore supposed to be heartfelt and emotional, and I was not expecting it to be this heartfelt and emotional.
No, there's a habit in these duets, and not just because, I mean, this one has been, I think, probably especially close to the mark for probably us as well, and how we identify. So I think you're sort of telling a history of a community you belong to, which becomes quite an honor, but also quite heavy. But some of these duets have been this way. I think the duets have been the things that I've cried in multiple times. With the Time We Have, which is the story of brothers going through an apocalyptic situation.
Yeah.
Did I tear up in God Killer as well? There was another duet where I teared up. I remember that very well.
You can chalk this up to one where you made me cry, which doesn't happen very often.
I mean, there's times where you can see my eyes are glistening.
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
It's you're right. You're right. I think that I benefit from the privilege of the people who came before me, people who are far more marginalized than I am, and I sort of I think about that a lot, especially during Pride Month. But this is this has really brought it right up to here.
Yeah. 100%, and it's, I mean, not that you have to encapsulate the entirety of queer history in this, but there's things that 100%, yeah. But we didn't even sort of really touch on or need to touch on things like Polari and like the coded messages people would literally have to say and send to each other, or even more of like the legal aspects of it. Whereas yes, it's 67, it was decriminalized, but the age of consent was 21, which was way different than heterosexual people. And the many sort of 20 years it took for it really to become completely sort of decriminalized.
Yeah.
If not slightly longer, to be honest, with other bits and pieces. So yeah, but it's it's been,
and also just the privilege of these two men who were probably both white.
Yes, true, yeah.
Both educated. Granted, Alan came from a working class background, but they were both educated people who were able to move in circles that
100%.
were a little bit more potentially a little bit more forgiving, or certainly a little bit more private. And I think this is not, these letters and this story is not even something that could have been afforded to so many.
No, 100%.
And that's not to say that this was, no,
a
perfect love story.
No, not in the slightest, but you are right. I mean, the fact that we sort of had them quite naturally, like living in London, where there was you did have areas where people could be open and things like that. Thinking of like smaller towns, even in the UK, let alone other countries and other countries' laws, but smaller areas where diversity was none, and you wouldn't have even had. I mean, there's still places in the UK now that don't have particularly big gay communities or queer communities. And people struggle with that now, let alone sort of
also
20,
more
30,
religious
50
communities.
Yes,
like
100%.
Growing up in a very religious environment, that would have been also another layer of
100%. Oh, and so that then brings us to the end of tonight's duet. We write private cathedrals. Thank you so much, Aoife, for telling this sad, happy, grief-filled, joyful story with me. I feel very emotional. But where can people find you online if they want to come and follow you?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and YouTube at Kumaruma, so that's KUMAROOMA. And I'm around. I'm also, occasionally you'll see me in person as a community ambassador for the Moonshine Adventure Company, so I'll give them a shout out. You should also follow them. And that's where you can find me.
Absolutely, Moonshine Adventure Company, big friends of the show. But no, thank you so much. Thank you to those that watched along with us as well and got to sort of experience this story too. We'll have linked in the chat the link to the game as well. If you're interested to check it out, it's definitely worthwhile. You don't have to play it like we have. You can play it over time, going back and forth for many, many years with your friends if you want to keep those stories going and rolling. It's completely up to you how you want to play. And just as a reminder, we've got more sort of Pride things planned this month. Keep an eye out on our socials for casting announcements and game announcements. And do, if you can, donate to Mermaids too. They're an incredible charity, as we said at the beginning. Links would have gone into the chat all the way through. So if you're able to, please donate. But I know it means a lot to my heart very closely as a trans man in the UK right now, and all the work that they do to support young people who are finding it incredibly and increasingly more difficult right now in the sort of world that we live in, unfortunately. But if you enjoyed the show tonight, please do make sure to follow and subscribe to us as well. That helps us keep telling these kind of stories and donating and raising money for great causes. And you can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Spotify, all over social media, all at Nomadic Bard 93. So yeah, but until then, I've been Luke Nomadic Bard. This has been Bard Shots, and I'm going to give the final word over to you, Aoife, for the night.
Thank you, Luke. Yeah, so you've joined us, and we've told the story of two fictional lovers who, for most of their lives, couldn't be their fullest selves. Sadly, as we've touched on, this is still a reality for countless people around the world today. If you're watching this and you feel like you can't be true to who you are, or you feel like you don't belong, please know that the world is a better place with you in it. We need all of the colours of the rainbow to make the sky beautiful, including you.
Perfect. And on that, we'll say good night, everybody. So thank you so much.